what I know is that more people are gonna wander in at 20 after 7 than 7. Everybody by now knows that the trailer package runs 20 minutes. So, all I'm gonna do right now is say, thank you for being here. I'm gonna talk for a little bit, in a little bit. We're gonna see what all reviews seems to be a fun, pleasant, easy, light movie, which is, with all the stress in the world, you can handle that better than the stressful part, the depressing tearjerker of the movie. But I do want to tell you that my plan tonight, after Ticket to Paradise is over, I'm going to stand right outside the theater. I will happily talk to all of you. I'll happily take pictures with anybody who wants to take a picture. I think in the post-COVID world, we don't actually shake hands anymore. I think we like elbow bump. That's what they do in the NBA, they elbow bump. So we'll do a lot of elbow bumps, a lot of picture taking, some chatting. If you want me to sign anything, I'll sign something. And I look forward to chatting with you. I have enjoyed very much meeting some AMC fans that go around the country. So with that, let's cue the trailer, house lights down, let's cue the trailer package, and I'll be back on before the movie starts. Great.
Happy birthday, Gordo.
Happy birthday, Gordo.
Gordo, stand up. #1 fan.
Happy birthday.
AMC Theaters and celebrating 100 years of movie memories with us. Your safety is important, so remember, keep an eye on your valuables. Be sure to report any suspicious behavior, and please take a moment to find the exit closest to you. In case of emergency, watch your step as you walk out of the building and move far away. America's #1 movie theater membership, AMC Stubs A-List. See up to 3 movies every week and get all the extras with no extra fees. All our biggest and best screens are included. Enjoy exclusive savings and rewards that add up quickly. And make free online reservations anytime for movies like these. Coming.
Only the most can be great leaders.
His people do not call him general or king. They call him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost the protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
that gonna fit everyone?
Easily. 12 customers total.
How do they try to profit?
$12.50 a head. That's how.
What, are we eating a Rolex?
Welcome to Hawthorne. He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know until the end. Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're ours.
this guest list. How do they get this? It's not good. This entire evening
This is just theater, it's stagecraft.
has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
It's all part of the menu. It's okay. No, we're gonna die today. Yes. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. You told them it was my birthday?
Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
Hey, Square.
I am not a square.
Think we should invite Greg this weekend.
What's this weekend?
These people are hippies, rebels against old-fashioned authority.
I think these kids need help.
They needed a bath.
You're passing judgment on people you know nothing about. And maybe that's why your church is so empty.
When God walks in here, brings me a hippie, I'll ask him what it's all about. Because I do not understand.
This house has a very good vibe. There is an entire generation surging. Slow down, mate, slow down. Just in all the wrong places. If you want to reach my people, you need to speak to them in a language they understand.
If I bring them in, I'm going to lose my job.
We can only walk through doors open to us. In your church, that's the door that's shut.
You've probably noticed we have some guests here today. I'd like you to meet my new friends. Welcome. If you feel like you're misunderstood and judged, you will find forgiveness and freedom right here.
That was awesome.
Now that door is open any time of day. And if there are some who don't like that, well then that door works both ways.
All right, Pastor, let's begin.
I was almost done with this, but then you did what nobody else would even dare.
This that we found, I feel like I belong in a bigger church.
Our country is a dark and divided place, but now there's hope and it's spreading. This is your home, and I want you to tell all your friends about it.
Did a post. They put one person on his honor. Will you explain it to us then, Detective? Really, Delta?
Really?
Lock the doors. Stay in your rooms. Everyone is in danger.
What about you?
Bigger.
I love that answer.
Something that lasts, that is more important than life.
Yes. It's written in the stars. I am the star.
If I had money, I would only spend it on things that were fun, you know, not boring things like taxes. I just want for everyone to party forever.
I first moved to LA. Signs door said, no actors and dogs allowed. I changed that.
And then, Y'all ready for something different? Who's there?
You know what we have to do? We have to redefine the form. Map those dreams and drink them into history. Look up and say, Eureka! I'm not alone.
I'm in so much trouble, Manny.
We have to leave now. What I do means something.
You thought this job needed you. It's bigger than you.
It's the most magical place in the world.
Who wants to see me fight a snake?
Hell yeah!
Hey, Adam! No. Don't you dare let that little red dog piss on my walkway again.
Ignore him, Prince. He has no idea who's doing that.
Well, it was one of you. Get out of here. You cannot use this road without a permit.
Have a nice day, sir.
You know, the other guys don't do this, the guys with the white trucks. How come it's always you brown guys? And I don't mean that racially. I'm sorry I didn't get him here earlier.
The whole neighborhood is falling apart these days.
No, stop! Oh my God. Give me the keys.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Otto.
Anna?
O-T-T-O.
I'm Abby. O-T-T-O.
Got some new neighbors.
Hi.
Liquid house.
I brought you some food.
Okay. Hi.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I am not unfriendly.
Okay, you're not. Every word you say is like a warm cuddle. Can you please give me a ride? I don't have a license.
You don't have a driver's license? How old are you? Punch in and brake. Brake. Car stop. Don't hit the car. Brake. Brake.
I almost hit the car.
It's all right. It's a hybrid. It's all right. How did you get in here? No. You are not taking over my bed.
I was wondering if you could help us out.
I'm not sure about this.
It's gonna be very fun. How was it?
You did a great job. You should pat yourself on the back.
I have a cat.
You think you have to do everything on your own? Well, guess what? No one can. Otto!
I'm Peppa! You want to see a trick?
Yeah!
Could I borrow a coin?
What did you do?
Send me back to the quarters, sir.
It was all the clown's fault.
Why is sexual harassment so pervasive and so hard to address? Let's interrogate the whole system.
Hi, my name is Jody Cantor. I'm an investigative reporter for the New York Times.
What have you got?
I was told that the wrongdoing in Hollywood is overwhelming.
I don't want to be quoted. Period.
Understood.
In your previous stories,
How did you persuade women to tell you what had happened to them?
The case I made was, I can't change what happened to you in the past, but together we may be able to help protect other people. The truth. What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
These young women walked into what they all had reason to believe were business meetings.
I can still see it, the hotel room, the floor plan. He kept trying to touch me.
I asked him to leave me alone.
Instead, they say he met them with threats and sexual demands. I was young, scared.
Hi. We're from the New York Times. I believe you used to work for Harvey Weinstein.
People have tried to write this story. He kills it every time.
Harvey denies any allegation of assault.
Will you give me just one chance to talk to you?
Are you sure that this isn't just young women who want to sleep with a movie producer to try to get ahead?
This is bigger than Weinstein. This is about the system protecting abusers.
The women who receive these settlements, they can't speak out. They'll be sued if they do. But if someone could speak freely about the payouts.
What payouts, John?
You have to imagine that every call is recorded and you're being followed.
Can you imagine how many Harveys there are out there?
Want to get me killed?
Do you wish I hadn't signed up for this story?
Do you?
No.
The only way these women are going to go on the record.
Daughters, and I don't want them to ever accept it.
This is all going to come up.
I was silenced. I want my voice back. Movies are dreams. That you never forget. Sammy?
The lights change how everything looks. It's hard to find our house.
Ours is the dark house with no lights.
In this family, it's the scientists versus the artists. Sammy's on my team, takes after me. What kind of movie are we gonna make? You dismiss what he does that's playful or imaginative. You could afford to be a little encouraging.
She should have been a concert piano player. What she got in her heart is what you got.
You can't just love something, you also have to take care of it. It's more important than your hobby.
Can you stop calling it a hobby?
Mom got a monkey.
Why'd you get a monkey?
Because I needed a laugh.
You always have to be the center of attention.
Stop shouting at her.
That has been nothing but disrespect from you. I'm your mother!
Family art. It'll tear you in two.
You stop making movies, it'll break your mother's heart.
I don't know what to do anymore.
You do what your heart says you have to. What was your favorite part?
Ape Radio!
If you're looking forward to those movies, you should be on the AMC Stubbs A-list. Find a crew member after the show and ask how you can get credit for this movie. And to our millions of AMC Stubbs members, a very special thanks to you. We hope you're enjoying your savings, rewards, and exclusive benefits. If you're not an AMC Stubbs member, join today. At the movies, the feature is on the big screen, so please remember, don't text, don't post, don't talk, don't ruin the movie. Thank you.
We come to this place for magic. We come to AMC theaters to laugh, to cry, to care. Because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. And we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us. And stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are. AMC theaters. We make movies better.
I was there. You hear me with the mic?
Yes. Yeah.
I was there at one of our theaters in Los Angeles when those commercials with Nicole Kidman were filmed. And we knew as we were watching monitors while she was doing her thing that we had a real hit on our hands. Did any of you see the parody of Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
That commercial on its season opener a couple of weeks ago? First of all, our commercial's better than their parody. But what a compliment to AMC that they decided, of all the commercials that air all year long in television, to do a tribute to how popular that Nicole Kidman spot is for AMC. So we didn't know it was coming, but on balance, we were appreciative that they did it. So I'm curious, how many of you in the room are Philadelphians, as am I, by the way?
Go AMC!
So if we cut out one reel of the movie tonight, in like the middle of it, we just get rid of it, like you can all watch the end of the Phillies game. We're not gonna do that. So I think you know that I'm a Philadelphian, which makes it particularly enjoyable for me to come back and meet with all of you tonight. I know that this is a movie crazy town because we sell a lot of movie tickets in Philadelphia. It's also a sports crazy town with the Phillies doing what they're doing and the Eagles doing what they're doing and the Sixers having a good roster. I don't think the Flyers are going to have such a great year, but hope springs eternal. What I want to tell you tonight is from the heart. This is the 10th city where I've gone to over the last year, come to a theater, sat down with people who like AMC, watch a movie together, and then talk afterwards outside, as we will. For those of you who weren't here when I just welcomed you all before the trailer package, I'm going to stay for as long as it takes, take pictures, sign things, whatever you want. There are two of you in this room tonight who were like, you came to see Ticket to Paradise, and you don't like, who's the guy up front with the microphone? How come he's interrupting? I want to watch the movie. For the rest of you, I'm just guessing that you're apes. Woo! So here's what the Silverback wants to say, okay?
Kill the shorts.
That's what you say. It's sort of illegal for me to say it. I can think it. You saved AMC. It's just that simple. You and a few million of your friends saved AMC. Now, for sure, the company's management team has worked very hard under very difficult circumstances. So we'd like to think that we had a little bit to do with saving AMC too. Because it was our brains and our hard work. But what allowed us to play the game was your enthusiastic support. And, you know, we all know we raised $2.25 billion, $2.25 billion of equity by selling AMC shares in 2020 and 2021. If we had not been able to do that successfully, we wouldn't be here today. No, we'd exist, but we would have gone through a very painful bankruptcy process, and we wouldn't exist in the same form, and we wouldn't exist with the same cachet. And we were only able to raise $2.25 billion of equity because the apes were there to buy the shares. And you gave us a lifeline to work our way through this pandemic, which we are in the process of doing. And I think we're in the process of doing it very well. Beyond that, though, there's something that you all did for AMC, and you may not even appreciate as much as I do what that was. So you all know that back in March of 2021, I realized that individual investors had taken over the ownership of AMC. And company managements always have talked to their shareholders. But companies the size of AMC on the New York Stock Exchange, our shareholders were all institutions. And so we talked to institutional shareholders through these elaborate devices that have been set up over decades, quarterly earnings calls and investor conferences, and through securities analysts. Well, what we had to deal with for the first time imaginable, how do you talk to your company's owners when there's 3 or 4 million of them? And I thought the way you do that is Twitter, because we can get our message out quickly, and a lot of you can see it, a lot of you can read it, and comment back. And that's what I wanted to mention in terms of what you did for AMC that you may not realize. I spend about an hour a day reading my Twitter feed. No, it's usually, 7 in the morning or 11 at night or midnight or something, so it's not exactly hours that I would take away from anything else. But I learned so much about what was on your mind by reading what you write. And you have no idea how much your enthusiasm rubbed off on us. Your passion for AMC, it's, I don't want to use the word infectious, that's a really bad word in America these days. I don't want to say it's contagious, that's a really bad word in America these days. I see it, you can drop it, I'll talk to you in a second. So I'll just say it's very powerful. Because you share with us your enthusiasm, you share with us your reverence, you share with us that you didn't want movie theaters to die. You didn't want the movie industry to die. And you wanted to do all you could, 100 shares at a time, 20 shares at a time, 1,000 shares at a time. You wanted to do all you could, and you were giving us the backbone and the courage to do it on your behalf. And so far, so good. We're the biggest movie theater chain in the world. We're in the strongest position of any movie theater chain in the world. Back in March of 2020, when the coronavirus, COVID-19 forced us to shut theaters, we had a company called Cineworld, big theater chain in Europe, which owns Regal, which is a big theater chain here in the US. Together, Cineworld and Regal are the second largest movie theater company on the planet, second only to us. Well, we were in the exact same boat they were in March of 2020. And fast forward 2.5 years. We're strong, we're navigating our way through this. We have exciting plans of things that we're going to announce next month, next year. We're confident in our recovery. By contrast, I think it's 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, Cineworld had to file for bankruptcy. Because they were down to $4 million in cash, that's all they had left. And like $4 million for a company their size lasts you about a minute and a half. And by contrast, we're in a favorable spot. And we're in that favorable spot because the management team at AMC made the right decisions, made the hard choices, took the bold risks, and came up with a really good roll of the dice over and over and over again. And I remember telling friends that this is back in 2020 when the theaters were shut and we were scrambling to survive. And we pulled some rabbits out of the hat to make it through. I said, the only problem is I need about 7 more rabbits. And we found them. And time after time after time, we made the right choices, we took the right risks, and here we are together, watching the movie together for the bright future. So, my only message tonight is really very simple. Thank you for your support for the past 2.5 years. AMC had a glorious first 102 years in our history. We're going to have a glorious 102 next years in our history. And we owe it all to this group. And so somebody in the white shirt here is flashing a sign that says AMC Ideas Group. This is a group I
Oh, baby!
We got like binders full of ideas sent to us by the AMC Ideas Group. And we implemented a lot of those ideas too. Some of them were better than others. Total pretty good. So that's all I want to say. We're here, we're strong, we're going to fight our way through this pandemic. It's not over yet, we're not out of the woods yet. If you look at the box office for the whole industry for calendar year 2022, it's going to be about 1/3 below what the industry box office was in 2019, just before the pandemic. And a lot of your profitability comes in the last 10, 15, 20% of your visitors. So when your visitors are down 1/3, it really, it's a sucker punch to the gut in terms of making money. And like, we're not a charity, we're a business. And like, we don't pay our bills, like we don't get to stay open. So we need to be profitable to thrive. But if you, again, you look at the industry box office, for 5 years in a row, it was between $11 and $12 million, never lower than 11. And by the way, for the 6 years before that, it was over $10 million. So 11 years in a row, it's over $10 billion. 5 years in a row, it's over $11 billion. COVID comes, the next year it's $2 billion. Down more than 80%. Can you imagine? And last year was $4.5 billion. And this year it's going to come in probably between 7.5 and 8 billion. And we hope next year it'll be like 20% stronger than this year. We hope it'll come in at, in very round numbers, 9.5 billion next year, which would be really good progress over 2022, but still short of the pre-pandemic levels. So we got a way to go to get through all this, but we've navigated it pretty smartly so far. And I'm highly confident we'll continue to navigate our way through it smartly going forward. So let's hear it for a good 23 and a proud and tall AMC. And a big thank you to the apes, because really, you're the ones who made it possible for it to occur. So with that, thanks for coming tonight. I look forward to talking to you outside. If truth be told, I've actually had a blast running around the country, talking to our individual movie buffs and our shareholders. So this is not a chore for me, this is a labor of love. I'm looking forward to our pictures, looking forward to hearing you tell me who you are and what you think of AMC. And With that, it's time to watch George Clooney and Julia Roberts in Ticket to Paradise. Watch the movie. And, oh, wait, stop. See this guy right here? Yeah. That's Jamal Bush. Jamal is 13 years in AMC. He's a gentleman.